Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is David, the Magus. What a nice opportunity being here with you. Just get started with this Divinatory section. Well, it starts with the Priestess. Well, it's all about a journey. It's the second of the major arcana. It gives you, the necessity of two pillars, one on the right, one on the left. And it's all about insight because she holds the very laws, the book of laws in which you have to go through. And all your manners, all your behaviors are based on these laws, should have been at least. And what happens is that once you understand that kind of stuff, the Ten of Pentacles kind of gives you enough structure. So you're kind of looking for, independently of the circumstance, at the right side, what I say, the oriental level of the bridge, because the priestess is basically creating a bridge. We have a Ten of Pentacles, which requires a strategic and kind of clear level of understanding of these mechanisms, so you have a literal power over yourself. The left side, we see the Ten of Wands, which basically harmonizes the Ten of Pentacles. So, it basically states that we're constantly, and you are constantly, in this need for balance, for the Ten of Pentacles to happen with all this structure and all this beauty, all these this mechanic aspect that sustains itself. It's required at the other side, at the left side, at the occidental side, a ten of wands. So there's a lot of stuff to deal with. Like, matter of fact, it's proportional. It says that it doesn't have to be unproportional. You should have been, constantly looking for a balance in relation to these inner aspects that are constantly reflecting the outer aspects. So it's talking about everything here. It's talking about the huge spectrum of life that's dependent on you first, because you're the responsible for iterating visually and literally consciously thinking about it, while you consciously producing stuff from your own point of perspective. What you're doing is basically creating new realms of reality where people coexist, and we kind of creating these bases and sustaining it kind of with coming from an individual drive, coming from an individual point of perspective, because there's where we can literally act in the real world, and based and balanced all the time by these elements of mutual concordance. As you can see, the Ace of Wands gives this little bridge between the effort and the gold, the effort and the reward. The Ten of Wands to the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles to the Ten of Wands, because they're constantly needing and requiring each other to basically support what the law requires, as stated on the head of the chain. In the world basically talks about the whole spectrum of possibilities is out there, that you're not, although it's required focus for the very progression of each step. The world says that there's an infinite amount of possibilities that Once you're focused on one thing, independently what that is, you're capable of driving that through. But here we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands basically states that to get through the world, you have to have your own fire. You have to choose something, and there are certain things, as even the couple tens here, the Ten of Wands and Ten of Pentacles says, at the second gauge of the chain, basically it sustains the fact that there are certain things that if you approach them, they're gonna feel like a hurry. They're gonna feel like a pressure, and that you cannot hold. But there are some other things that may be even in uh, you know l- lower levels of development in relation to other ones, but they are gonna feel like rewarding, and you like going through it, and you take a lot more by choosing these patterns of they are prolific to this fire that you have to have while getting into the world, as the king of wands says. As you can see, the Five of Cups puts you in relationship, and a deep relationship with yourself all the time, and you have to go through it all the time, because there are going to be many instances throughout these quest in the world that you're gonna have to act promptly in the span of of time between the moment you enter a situation, and the the many possibilities, and even the amount of time you have to decide. Everything's gonna force you towards a onwards direction always. And through these moments, while observing all of these things, you're gonna have you know a lot of time to deal and to have a deep relationship with yourself. That's the meaning of the Five of Cups in this sense. And as you can see today, everything's kind of balancing here, because the message is really straightforward. The Five of Swords basically balances the Five of Cups here, because you're also gonna have to deal with other people. This is basically the very uh, oriental side of the key, which basically opens the door. This interaction, this inner interaction you have with yourself, as well as the outer interaction that you have with all the people. The way and here it's talking about it's not talking about the good moments, because the good moments tend to be parallel. They usually don't trigger you to act promptly towards anything. But the moments of intrigue, the moments of unresolved situations, that's what we're talking about here. That's why we have keys, because elsewhere we wouldn't need even to lock anything into the occult. So when we take in this key visualization, and we see at the very oriental side the necessity of managing both the inner aspect and the outer aspect, the relationship I have with myself, and the relationship I have with others, the relationship you have with closed ones, and the relationship you have with people from the business collective, and your friends, and even smaller aspects of interactions that happen on a daily basis. Let's say, for example, you go out to the market, uh, to the grocery store, anything, the way you relate to these people, they are there to serve you at a certain point. You are also there to serve them in a by giving them what you are, because every time that you enter a room, whether it be your house's room or somebody else's, like a friend or uh, or an establishment, uh, you have to go with certain keys, and all these keys are behavioral. The key is not something physical. The key is a behavior. And well, I think it talks a lot. You know, I'm really excited about this journey. Um, well, for you, precious members of this channel, if you haven't subscribed yet, this is a great opportunity. And right now, uh, I'm gonna be opening the 3 last cards, which is a gift I give every day for these precious viewers. The first one is the 2 of Pentacles, which basically puts you in the middle center in the 4 Cups, which gives you some time to think about the choices you have in the first place, because the 2 of Pentacles basically gives you 2 mechanisms that really works. One, one that's going, the other one is coming. But you see, there's through the 4 of Cups here. You see, there's the position you assume, whether by entering or exiting. Basically, it's a pivot to whatever you can actually do. So it talks about your potential and the potential of a choice. And reflecting the 6 of Pentacles basically gives you a chance of, getting so high at your own patterns, at your own standards, that you start, seamlessly and maybe unnoticeably sharing it and balancing other people. That's exactly what the first key was actually saying. This is basically these 3 extra cards are giving an extra insight, or basically how you can utilize the key. And once you learn by your own manners how to utilize these keys, which are basically compounds of interest into bowls of decision making. And basically you feed people with these bowls of decision making as if it were like seeds for some, and soil for others, and vitamins for others. And you kind of working everything all together, and you have to define certain peaks of focus for each one at the present moment, and you have a visualization of the overall, what you can actually do and what is actually growing from the utilization of these keys. So this last 3 cards message basically says that you have the power in your hands to choose, and everything, every little movement you do, even the absence of of your movements, basically being translated out to other people. And what you have right now in this very moment is the opportunity of leveraging this power. And it's already affecting all the people, so why not enriching yourself with all these manners, so you can enrich all the people and create a environment of thriving in abundance. And that's it for today. I'm really grateful for the opportunity of being here. And there's a whole lot to come yet. Every day I'm posting about 3 videos a day, and I'm really excited about it. There's my contact info in the description. And if you haven't subscribed yet, there's a perfect opportunity. Hit the like button. There's a comment section. Thank you. See you next time.